Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is the 114 SP2. It's a tier 10 Chinese turreted tank destroyer. It's located on the north spawn of Siegfried Line, and this one is under the command of pitro123 of the GAL1A clan. Now, there was no run up or start up, no countdown, but this is a rather unusual tank destroyer because in order to get one of these, you have to really work hard on ranked in order to earn one, because they're only available if you manage to achieve certain criteria on ranked. First target comes into sight. Oh, he got a hit! Okay, the IS-7 just took a hit for 628 hit points. I should mention the characteristics of this tank's gun. 152mm caliber, capable of 650 alpha, so we've got a low roll there. And it's got a very fast shell velocity, 1,250 meters per second. But then he is using the APCR there, the premium. With the standard AP, it would have been 1,050, so it's still fast, but only 273mm a pen with the standard, and 329 with the premium rounds. So yes, this tank can hunt Jaegeroos quite easily. Now, it doesn't have much in the way of armor, I'm afraid. It is very, very thin. So anything that really touches it is more than likely going to penetrate, except maybe HE rounds. HE rounds might have difficulty getting through the hull. Hesh won't, though. He'll go straight through. Okay, he's blind firing. The reload time on this tank is actually quite fast, comparatively. The standard reload by the book is 13, I think it's 13. Need to use my glasses every now and then. 13.81 seconds, and you can see that Petro's got it down to 11.16, and he just got another pen. But it was a low roll again on the Lion, and the Lion actually went down to Arpeggio 65 in the end. So he's already picked up and collected 1,200, and he's about to do it again. Oh, no, he didn't get it this time. It says armor not penetrated, so it's presuming that it actually hit something pretty solid and it stopped the shell. Probably the tracks of the vehicle. Okay. It's actually a very good position for doing this. You're shooting quite some distance away. The enemy tanks are actually on the corner, right on that corner near the buildings. Remember, they have changed this map around. This is the old version before they changed it, before 1.22 or 1.22. Okay, what can you see now? Well, nothing available just at the moment. I think the enemies realise that that position is very, very dangerous if they stay there. And there's a very good chance somebody is sniping them. Oh, and we've got a winner. 277 comes back. Can we get a shot on him? He's trying to tease us. You might be better off with the turret rather than the hull. But out in the field, he spots somebody, so he turns his turret round. It is unusual that this is a turreted tank destroyer, and of course that this is a tier 10. Oh, he poked out, but it says armor not hit again. Yes, we're having a bit of problem with Wargaming where they keep saying armor not hit, because we don't believe them anymore, and we have proof to show in the form of video. If you actually have seen that video, a GWE-100 fired an armor-piercing round with 372mm pen. Twice he actually hit a target, and Wargaming said armored not hit. And we checked the video to actually, or ran the game to actually show the moment of impact, and those shells, according to Tanks GG, should have just gone straight through the vehicle. Even if they hit the tracks, they would have gone straight through, because they have more than enough pen to go straight through. According to Tanks GG, those shells should have absolutely torn those vehicles to pieces. Well, an Object 140 is about to get a nasty wake-up call, because we're about to put a round into him from some distance away, and we only see the front, but that should be more than enough to get through. Oh! Now that's very uncharacteristic. The shell actually went right over the top of his engine deck, but he didn't even respond. He didn't even know that he'd been shot at. He does now. 723, which is a high roll. If he stays where he is, he's going to be there for the rest of the game, because he's going to be a wreck. Okay, no more. Okay, so he has pulled in. So we do need to move up. Oh, what have we got over here? That 277. Oh, unfortunately. Yeah, didn't work that one. Can we get a hit? Just wait for that reload. It's a very fast reload for a caliber gun this high. Nope, didn't get that one either. It's nice that the Lion is actually providing us with cover, but it's not good when our teammate drives in front of us. And that one did hit the tracks. In fact, it went virtually underneath that 140 and hit the other side of the tracks on the way out. So he's going to blind fire. Now, I think that one just missed altogether. The guy moved and we couldn't see him. We can certainly see the ground beyond him. Oh, but that one hit and it wiped him out. Even though we couldn't see him at that point, the shell connected right on the corner of the vehicle and he's out the game. The view range for this tank destroyer is 390 meters, but the Object 140 probably had fairly good camo, and that's why we just couldn't make him out even at that distance. Okay, we found another enemy. In fact, it's a gorilla, and that's quite a dangerous opponent. Oh, we're right through the gun shield. Now, he has got HE. He could use that HE if he wanted to. I mean, the HE is capable of doing 840 alpha, 90mm a pen, and that would easily go for a Gorilla 15's armor. Well, it doesn't really have any armor, Gorilla 15, of course. But he's not loading it, and he should be. He's blind firing the position according to the minimap. And we've just lost our teammate in the Borsig, in the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen rubber. Now he's trying to work out where he is. Fired that one blind. I think that might have connected. Didn't kill him though. And he's loading another APCR. Now we're 3 tanks down on the enemy, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to lose. I've seen games just recently where somebody's been 6 tanks down and a pair of tanks between them managed to pull off a win. Yes, if you watch that game, the VK3001P, it was quite incredible that 2 tanks between them managed to collect 12 kills to carry the team to victory. Even though they were down by 6, they still won. Now, it's not particularly fast, this tank destroyer, 45 kilometers an hour, which, well, is okay considering this tank is supposedly 65 tons. It never actually got built because it was cancelled at blueprint stage. But a lot of people say that it never really reaches the top speed anyway because it's always got terrible ground resistance. So no matter how hard you try, you can't get it up to 45 unless, of course, you are going downhill with the wind behind you. Okay, well, good look at this. He's actually doing 20 kilometers an hour trying to go up this slope. Now he's trying to protect his cap area as well, using the bunker for cover if he needs to. And enemy tank seen. Oh, look, it's the gorilla. Now, do they have 2 on the enemy team? Well, that gorilla didn't last very long. No, that is the same gorilla that we were firing at in the field. Because, oh, T92 got a near miss for 233. I don't know if that actually did hit the vehicle. There's no mark showing that it actually did. So I don't think it did actually. But he's changed his position laterally to avoid anybody trying to blind fire him. It's 3.2k already in the bag. There might be more because, of course, we might have actually hit that gorilla out in the field with a blind shot and we didn't know it. You can see both the Arty have actually dashed out into the field, gone to the northwest corner of the map, which is the best place for them because then obviously Pitro can actually spot for them and they can actually start lobbing the shells in to help him. And you can see they've already started to do that. And there's the T92 again trying to nail us. The enemy RT is an Object 261 and the T92. Of course, the enemy RT are probably going to focus on our RT as well once they realise they're out in the field, because they will be looking for them. Pitro's trying to change his position relative to those enemy tanks because they expect him to be directly in the corner, and of course he's not there. He's going to try and come at them from a different angle with a bit more to ground depression. This thing does have 7 degrees of ground depression. Gun depression, rather, not ground depression. Oh, nice shot! Takes out the side of a mouse. 686 hit points, which is a high roll. And they've just killed an IS-7. He picked up the spotting on that. The T-92 actually got the another shot in, a near miss. But he's thanking the Arty for getting that. Oh, now Death Star on the move. Missed it. Now he will need to try and save his guys. That Death Star's going to take a little while to get there, but he needs to keep that Death Star in sight. There's only 3 enemies left, the 2 Arty and the Death Star, so he needs to keep his Arty alive. That's the Arty on the enemy team trying to nail him and missing. They fired at the position where he was. He's got an APCR round loaded. Okay, he must save his Arty. I say must, but he needs to, because obviously those guys have been helping him. By killing that IS-7, they made a big difference, and now we've got the... Yes! He got it! And he managed to dodge the shot and came back, so now he knows that the Death Star's got a long reload. He can just sit here and blast one into the side. And he gets him! Now it's just 2 Artys, and he's thanking his teammates. He thanks the Object 261, who opened the gap, and that's why I think the Death Star decided he wanted to go south to get the Object 261 rather than go for the back chat. And we found the T-92. Now, we can let the Arty feast on them, but I think we want that kill. It would be nice if we could get them. Both Artys will be trying, and they are trying. It's always nice when you get somebody who cooperates with his Arty and then thanks them for the work they do, because obviously Arty, it's a bit of a selfless job that you know you're never going to be a huge champion in getting medals and everything, except you do a lot of work. And there's the T-92. Yep, Arty's the unsung hero of many battles, and they ought to be appreciated by tank drivers, but tank drivers tend to take a one-faced attitude to Arty. They say, oh, I keep getting hit by Arty, not thinking about the fact that their own Arty's trying to protect them and keep them alive. And you know, I feel like that's about Arty because obviously I play Arty a lot and I do a lot of work to keep my teammates alive. So it's just the Object 261 left. And there's the 2-minute warning. Now we don't know where he is, but I have a feeling he is somewhere in this region. The best thing they can do for the moment is just go to the cap. The Object 261's following us up. He's not far behind. Of course, if we do find the enemy Arty, we will try and wipe him out quickly to get the win. But if not, then it's going to have to be a cap to win. 261's catching up with us. Again, another tank that's actually based on the IS-7. The 114 SP2 is based on the T-10, actually, originally, the T-10 hull. Although it was a Chinese tank, it also had characteristics of the Wizzy 111. Now stay in the cap, just select the edge of the map, edge of the cap area. It's the least likely place that the enemy will actually try to aim for. So we're capping, and with 1 minute still to go, the batch at 155.58 is coming in as quickly as he can to help us. We should be able to cap out on time with just 2, but with 3 it will be much, much quicker. And now 14 seconds left. This is going to be a really good victory, but we don't know where the enemy Arty is. He's probably run away. Yep, we're having a good look. Oh, he's over there in the corner. Okay, well, we've still got 30 seconds. We can still win. But I think we want the kill. And there he is. Hello. Now, you just see the top of his vehicle. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. It's an Arty being killed. Here's the end of battle result, and that was a first ace tanker for pitro123 in the 114 SP2. Congratulations on breaking your ace start. What a game to do it in as well. You can tell it's the first ace because you got the scrolls underneath the M. You only get that the first time, so that is definitely a first ace tanker. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually ended up with 5, one short of getting a top gun and 1/3 of the enemy team, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He managed to get 5 exactly. A Pescucci's medal for killing both enemy Arty. Yes, he killed the T92 and then he killed the Object 261. And finally, he got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. And the win rate from that one, 9,053, which is super income and quite a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, highest damage in this game was 6,639 hit points of damage. The next highest scorer being that Death Star on the enemy team. The FP215B183 managed 4,543. And in third place was the Object 277 on their own team with 4,242 hit points. We should note as well, the Object 261 got a Gauze medal and a Confederate in that game, so he was really pumping out the damage on the enemy. 3,962 hit points, so very well done to Sanio Colas. Yes, you're a good Arty player. You were supporting your players. When it came to kills, it's Pitro. He got 5 kills in that game. 3 kills went to the Death Star on the enemy team. 2 kills went to the BZ75, the Progetto 65, the Batchat 155-58. So he was getting names. He was taking names as well as the Object 261. And on the enemy team, their Mouse, their Gorilla 15, the IS-7, and the T92 all managed 2 kills apiece. When it came to base XP, yes, 2 players managed to get over 1,000. That was pitro123 with 1,295 base, and 1,049 went to the Object 277, with the third place going to the Object 261 and those 2 medals, 944 to him. He fired 25 rounds in that game, 14 direct hits, 11 penetrations. You actually get quite a bit of ammo, 35 rounds in that vehicle, so he wasn't running out, but he was using a lot of premium ammo to do this job. 14, as I said, direct hits, 11 penetrations. Some of the shots actually hit the tracks and didn't go any further. 6,639 hit points of damage, of which 3,310 were at more than 300 meters, so you can see was doing a fair amount of long-range shooting. 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, 1,465 hit points of spotting assist. Now, he did get 90,132 credits from the actual battle itself, but look at that huge amount of ammunition cost. Well, he was firing APCR for most of the game, and he did have to resupply consumables as well. So he actually ended up with a loss of 86,839 credits. But I don't think he'll mind because he is marking it. And of course, that was his first ace tanker. He also picked up 7 bonds because it was tier 10. And he took away 3,982 experience points as well. What a fantastic game, though. And nice of the Arty to understand at the end that obviously he had to go hunt that Object 261 when he left the cap area. They were about to complete the cap and win the game, and he left the cap area because he wanted that last kill to get the bonus and also to make sure that he got 5 kills. And of course, he got an extra medal, the Pescucci's medal. So congratulations to pitro123. Quite an exceptional game in the 114 SP2, and this is the first time I think we've seen this particular tank destroyer on What Arty Noobs, and it's quite a good game to actually show it off. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.